Hello, thanks everyone. Well, yesterday Sarah and I attended the Connexus breakfast briefing with Minister Stephen Jones, the Assistant Treasurer and Minister for Financial Services. He gave a pretty good overview of where he saw the future of the implementation of the Quality Advice Review recommendations. We're really not looking at anything, as he suggested, to be announced by the government before budget, and the budget is in late May, with the implementation to kind of roll out after that. I think he went to great lengths to really make sure that he was not preempting any government decision, and spoke fairly succinctly about there needing to be a whole of government response to the report. I think the language that he used was really interesting. He spoke about how all resulting actions would be consumer focused, which is some really good language to wrap in both obviously making sure that those consumer groups are on side, but then also that there being a lack of advice in the market, a lack of access to advice in the market, means that the consumers aren't being served. And ultimately that's bad for, mum and dad Australians right across the country. So some really good, interesting language there. I think he is fairly surely pumping the brakes on the idea that there are some quick wins that could be done, sooner rather than later, and that we will see those rolling out over the next few months. So an interesting time. He repeated exactly the same briefing and meeting this morning in Melbourne, and then he'll be in Brisbane on Thursday. But what I would note is that it was the tone of the questions in the room. I think there was a level of slight despondency, a little bit of annoyance at the minister that was fairly obvious for anyone in the office anyone in the room to see. So kind of drawing that tension out, I think was really interesting to watch the minister do as well. I think it was a great use of our time, and it was really good to speak to some of the other advisors, the CEOs, other bodies that had attended as well.